Hey, Thomas here. I have an awesome flexibility tip to share with you today. Before we jump into that, first make sure to like and subscribe for ultimate pasty gingerness here coming at you. Now, this is a tip that I picked up in our training in Kung Fu. When my brother and I were in Hollywood, we were doing some stunts, ninja warrior. We were fortunate enough to train underneath a master of Kung Fu, Sifu Kisu. So shout out to you, Sifu Kisu, for all you taught us. And you might be familiar with Sifu for his work in the cartoon series, the last, what was it, the Airbender, the last, Avatar the Last Airbender series, huh? Is that it?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah. One of my favorite shows of all time, but I have trouble with names, so. Anyway, this tip is going to incorporate the forward stance from Kung Fu, and it's going to be a great way to unlock your hips and increase the flexibility in your hip flexors. Now, this tip is going to be great for really opening up your hips, developing that Kung Fu strength. However, and we'll talk about this later on, there's a lot more stretching exercises you can do to really increase your overall flexibility, and we'll get into that later in this video. Now, here's the move here. We're doing a Kung Fu stance, and what we're going to be doing is going back and forth in this stance and gradually developing strength and flexibility with our hips. And what we found is that's the key thing here. Think yoga. You're constantly developing strength and flexibility at the same time. This way your muscles are balanced and you're not just holding static stretches for a long time. Okay? So, we're going to be using the forward stance. And how this is going to work, if you take a line here, you stand, feet wider and shoulder width apart. We're going to turn our feet, both feet, in a 45-degree angle on this line here. And what we're going to do is the goal is to turn the hips so that they are square. Now, if you feel a little tight here, you're not able to hit square, what you're going to do is bring the outside foot out a little bit to the side. There's no shame in it, alright? Just get to where you can hit those hips square, and then what we're going to do is go back and forth. Now, the trick here is you want to move either on the balls of the feet or the heels. Sifu taught us on the heels, going back and forth. So we're going to hit both sides, and then we're going to turn into it, okay? And then with each go, you're going to move slowly further and further back and go into it. You're just going to go back and forth. And with each time, you're going to go deeper and a little bit wider with the stance, okay? And if you notice, when you really turn that back heel into it, it's where you open up and really get that hip flexor, a nice good stretch there. And so what we're going to do is just go back and forth, nice and slow and controlled. Go a little bit deeper with each one of them until you're going further and you can really feel that stance. Now, another thing you want to make note of is the back of your heel. You want to create a straight line from the back of your heel all the way up to the crown of your head. So you have that chin slightly tucked, so you have this really good alignment here. Okay? We're all about that good alignment and developing that strength. Alright. So that is the move here. Very simple, but very effective. Okay? You're going to notice you're going to develop some good strength there. You're going to be able to create one of the foundational stances in Kung Fu, and you're going to really open up your hips and do this very quickly. So if you're at work, if you're sitting on a desk for a while, you just have a little bit of time to get up and move around, you can use this stretch to really open up your hips and start developing the foundational stances for Kung Fu. Now, this is going to be an awesome exercise to implement for your hips, and particularly the hip flexor. However, if you want to really unlock, you have tight shoulders, you want to alleviate that. You got maybe some lower back issues. You need to increase mobility and overall flexibility. Then I want you to click the link down in the description, check out our Double Your Flexibility program. This is our best program we have out right now for stretching and flexibility. Quick 6 to 15 minute sessions. You follow along with me, get those flexibility gains. We've done the research and use a mixture of 4 to 5 different stretching methods to increase your flexibility in home. So, thanks for watching the video. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you have any comments. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.
And you should probably show them some actual.
Oh yeah.
Show them a little bit
just
of
a big
the
tease,
strands.
right? I'll show you a little bit of Kung Fu as well. So one of the strands. And this is one of the beginner strands that we learned from Sifu at the beginning. So you have the salute. And I'll show you where that forward stance really goes into play. You have the forward stance right there. And then you have a mixture of different stances here. But you can see that's where the forward stance hits there. And it's all about creating those lines. That's one thing I really liked about Kung Fu is the body coordination that you develop, the flexibility and strength, but you're also developing incredible body shapes. But anyway, we'll get into that more later, but yeah, that was all from Sifu Kisu. Thanks Sifu for all you taught us. And again, make sure to subscribe. See you in the next video.